Hello everyone. We will continue the remaining part of the your exam and your entrance exam. So if you like the previous video, then please share it and subscribe it so that it will be helpful for others. And also comment if there are any mistake or anything else you do not understand anything or any mistake. Please comment there. So we'll start from the question number 6 because we have completed 5 questions. So this is your CPET, that is for Odisha board. So we will discuss in Odia language also. So this is the question preparation and this will help you for this 2021 exam, which will be after 4 or 5 days. Okay, so CPET 2020, we will discuss that second part. So if you don't watch this the previous part, then please watch this so you can understand what are the 5 questions and how to solve it. Okay, so the sixth question is that at what speed will the mass of the body be 1.25 times its rest mass? So कौन कहिचे ना what will be the speed कौन होगा mass रो जहाँ moving mass टा 1.25 times rest mass. So this is the question about your relativity, that is the mechanics part. So in mechanics we have some general equations that how to transfer the time in one frame to another frame. One is rest frame and another is moving frame, and the moving frame velocity is constant, that is v. So v, remember, v is the velocity of moving frame and c is the velocity of light. So what is the relation between rest mass and moving mass? Okay, so m0 is your rest mass, right? So m0 is your rest mass and m is your moving mass. That means this is two frame. One frame mass is at rest and second frame mass is at rest, but the frame is moving. That means we have two cases. So one case the mass is m0 and the second case when the frame is moving. So when the frame will move, relativity says that the mass will change. That means mass टा जेतेबेले आमे गोटे ऑब्जेक्ट को धरिकी जदि आमे ताकू मूव करिबा ताहले कोन हबो ना मास टा चेंज हबो बोली रिलेटिविटी कहूची. तो m0 होची हमर रेस्ट मास और m होची हमर मूविंग मास. So m and m0 both are interrelated in relativity. Then how they are related? So m equal to m0 by square root of 1 minus v square by c square, right? So this is the formula we will use. So what is given that m equal to 1.25 times m0. What is 1.25? We can write it as 5 by 4 m0, right? So m equal to 5 by 4 m0, then what will be the velocity? If the moving mass is 5 by 4 times the rest mass, then what will be the velocity? Okay, so the moving mass is m0 divided by 1 minus p square by c square. So now let's solve this. So this is the solution. This is the question given to you. M equal to 5 by 4 times rest mass. Then what will be the velocity? And this is the relation in relativity. That means if a particle is at rest, its mass is m0, and now the frame is moving, then the mass will be m. Okay, so this is the moving mass, this is the rest mass. So if you don't know the relativity, then go to the relativity and study a little about it. Then you will understand that if the rest mass is moving with a frame, then the mass will change. So m equal to m0 by 1 minus v square by c square. Therefore, what is m? So this is 5 by 4 times m0. That means m0 by 1 minus v square by c square, right? So now m0 will be cancelled and you take that to numerator. So that will give you 1 minus b square by c square. So I have taken to this numerator, so that will be changed, and I have taken the square. Already you solve this equation and find out. Use m equal to 5 by 4 m0, then m0 will be cancelled out. So 5 by 4 equal to 1 by 1 minus b square by c square. So 1 minus b square by c square will be 16 by 25, right? So v square by c square is your that means that will come, so 9 by 25. That means b by c will be 3 by 5, right? So b by c will be 3 by 5, which is 0.6. So your b equal to 0.6 into C. So this is the answer. So your V, that means your velocity of the frame or with which you are moving, that will be 0.6 times C. So this is option D, right? So this is the question. Okay, so this is one about the mass, that is the relativity question. So mechanics question, this one. And you remember some more things, that is about the relativity. So same thing here, that if we are taking a rod of initial length L0. So L0 is the initial length of the rod, then the moving length will be L equal to L0 into 1 minus B square by C square. Okay, so this is 1 minus B square by C square. That means this quantity is less than 1 and its root over also less than 1. So this L is decreasing. So that means if this you are moving जदि आम गोटे रड को नहीं मूव करवा ताहले आमर रिलेटिविटी कहूँ जे रड रो लेंथ टा डिक्रीज करवा माने डिक्रीज तो रियल केस रे डिक्रीज करवानी किंतु आम फीलिंग करवा मतलब फील करवा कि जदि अन्य जने देखुची अन्य जने छिड़ा हेची आउ जने गोटे रड टे धरिकी जदि दौड़ुची से रेस्ट थिला बेले रड रो लेंथ जतिक थिला से मूव कला बेले आम कोन देखिबा ना रड रो लेंथ टा डिक्रीज करूची तो सेटा आम देखिबा तेणु मन रखी था तेणु रड को नहीं जदि मूव करवा ताहले तार लेंथ डिक्रीज करबो आ जदि गोटे ऑब्जेक्ट को नहीं की आम मूव करवा ताहले तार मास टा इंक्रीज करबो मन रखी था. So N is greater than N0 and L is less than L0. And there is a time also, time relativity also, that will be delta T gas. So that will be delta T0 divided by 1 minus B square by C square. Okay, so this relation also, this is the time delay. Okay, two incidents are happening. माने जड़े 8टा बेल को बाण फुटेला तो आउ जड़े 8:15 बेल को बाण फुटेला तो तांको भितरे तांको माने गोटे इंसिडेंट 8टा रहला आ गोटे इंसिडेंट 8:15 रहला ताले दुईटा इंसिडेंट भितरे गैप केते रहला ना 15 मिनिट रहला तो जदि आउ जड़े मूविंग फ्रेम रे अछि से जदि देखिबो ताले तार टाइम डिलेटा ताको 15 रो अधिक मिनिट देखा जिवो हैला तो एटा हैला टाइम डिले तेनु डेल्टा टी इज ग्रेटर देन डेल्टा टी 0 L less than L0 N greater than M0. So these three important formula you try to remember. This time actually also another formula in the relativity also there, but this is important thing. So this is the time delay. Okay. So this is all about the relativity. You try to remember these three equations. Then we will go to the 7 number question. The 7 number question is asking to you. This is your right. So this is your plus 2 question, CHSE question. So the electric field intensity, due to an infinite uniformly charged plane sheet at a point distance r from the sheet is related as. Okay, so what a plane sheet अछि, so a plane sheet ru से कहूचे r distance रे electric field केते पड़िबो. What is the electric field at a distance r from this plane sheet? Okay, so this is charged plane sheet, that means some charge is there. Then he says that how E is related to R. E R सहित केमिति रिलेटेड अछि. R बढ़िले E बढ़िबो ना R बढ़िले E कमिबो ना R बढ़िले कमिले E रे कोनोसी फरक पड़िबो नै. तेनु आमे जानि छे गोटे प्लेन शीट जोगु इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड केते पड़े ना सिग्मा बाय 2 epsilon 0, right? If you do the Gauss law, if you apply the Gauss law by taking a small cylindrical sheet, so I think you did it in your CHSE level. So that electric field due to a plane sheet, it's sigma by 2 epsilon 0. That means it does not depend upon the distance. So the answer is independent of R. Okay. So it is does not depend. That is depend upon the area. Right. That is means this is depend upon the surface charge density, which is sigma. Sigma is the surface charge density. So surface charge density ऊपर এটা depend करूचे. तो এটা independent of R. So एथु हम कौन जानिले ना इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड रो किछि क्वेश्चन आसीबो जोटा हमर सीएचएससी रे पढाई छै प्लस 2 रे पढाई छै तो गोटे चार्ज रड जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड केते पडिबो गोटे स्फेरिकल सरफेस जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड केते पडिबो तेनो एई गुडा का तुम माने को मन रखा पडिबो तेनो एटा प्लस 2 रे फिजिक्स रा तो तुम माने भी जानि थिबा तेनो हमें जानि जे प्लस 2 फिजिक्स मध्ये हमको निहाती दरकार. ओके, सो 8 नंबर क्वेश्चन को जिबा. So 8 number question कौन कहूचे ना द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड due to a long straight current carrying conductor of radius r when r is greater than r proportional to what? Okay, so the magnetic field due to a long straight current carrying wire. So eta bhi hame plus 2 re padhiche. What is the magnetic field due to a long current carrying wire? So remember, this is long current carrying wire, this is infinite. Okay, so what is the magnetic field due to long infinite wire? I think you already know about this. So B equal to mu 0 I divided by 2 pi r. Right. So here he has given that r is greater than r. Yes. So this thing is required because this wire is the wire radius is capital R and the distance is your small r. So at this point, what is your magnetic field? So how did you obtain this? So remember to your Biot-Savart's law that we used in your CHSE level. So we have some angle. Okay, so this is the angle. That means this is an infinite wire. It has got a long wire. तो या भितर आम गोटे फाइनाइट एयर नहीं थिले, ठीक अच्छे आम गोटे फाइनाइट लेंथ नहीं थिले, एटा हूँ बहुत लंबा तो यार गोटे फाइनाइट लेंथ रो गोटे रड नहीं थिले आ गोटे एंगल नहीं थिले जो एंगल टा होची हमरो एटा थीटा 1 आ आरो एंगल टा रहउची सॉरी तो गोटे थीटा 1 आ गोटे थीटा 2 तो आमे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड रो एक्सप्रेशन कोन पाइथिले ना म्यू 0 I by 4 pi. Okay, so म्यू 0 I think cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Okay, so I think this is mu 0 I by 4 pi d. That means 4 pi r. Okay, so when for infinite length, when for long distance by आम कौन रोचे ना थीटा टा रो थीटा 1 रोचे 0 आ थीटा 2 रोचे 180. तो जेठी जदी आम एठी cos 0 सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दबा ताले कोन आसी जिवो 1 आ एठी जदी y पुट कर दबा हमें 180 ताले ये आसी जिवो -1. So 1 plus 1, so that is 1 minus -1, so that will be 2. So you will obtain this is mu 0 I by 2 pi r. Right. So remember this formula, mu 0 by 4 pi I by d into cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. This is the finite length equation, cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. This is for finite length, right? So finite length आमे नहीं थिबा ता पई एटाला इक्वेशन. तापर आमे जदि long straight wire नहीं जिबा ताहाले theta 1 ता 0 हे जिवो, theta 2 180 हे जिवो. तापर आमे cos theta 0 ता 1 तापर -1 सब्स्टिट्यूट करले एटा आमे पाइबा. तो एटा तुमको डायरेक्टली भी मन रखिया पई कोहा जाइथिबो प्लस 2 रे जे गोटे लॉन्ग इनफाइनाइट वायर पाई मैग्नेटिक फील्ड केते हबो ना म्यू 0 I by 2 pi r. तेनु हम एथुर कोन जानि परले वर्तमान तुमे आंसर पाई जीवनी. So this is option B. So your magnetic field is proportional to r minus 1. Okay, so your magnetic field is proportional to r minus 1. This is the answer because mu 0 I is the current that given to the wire. So this is constant, 2 pi r constant and mu 0 also constant. So okay, so this is r inverse. So we solved question 8. Now we will go to question 9. So remember, so the plus 2 रो पाठ गुड़िक निहाती दरकार हमको तो जोटारू आमे किसी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड रो क्वेश्चन आस्थिबार मध्ये देखिले तेणु तुमे माने मन रखि था मैग्नेटिक फील्ड गोटे रिंग जुगु कोन हबो mu 0 I by 2a तापे गोटे रिंग रो एक्सिस रे कोन हबो mu 0 I square by 2 into a square plus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. So these are the things that the magnetic field, how to use Biot-Savart's law, right? So Biot-Savart's law and the Ampere's law. So these are the important things used in your magnetic field. So electric field रे हमको Coulomb's law मन रखा को पड़िबा. Coulomb's law रा application, then आमे Gauss law जानिबा निहाती दरकार. तो ये दुईटा हमको इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड पाई दरकार आ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड पाई Biot-Savart's law दरकार. ठीक अछि Biot-Savart's law जोटा हमें जानी छे आ गोटे होचे एम्पियर्स लॉ. तो ए गुडाक हमें निहाती जानिबा दरकार आ एथुरु हमें डिराइव करथिले तो गोटे स्फीयर जुगु केमिति इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बाहरिबो आ गोटे रिंग सर्कुलर रिंग जदि नबा ताले मैग्नेटिक फील्ड केते आसीबो. तो ए गुडाक मन रख ए गुडा तुमर प्लस 2 रे हिथिला जदि भी नोट्स का पाखे नाही यार इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक कि मैग्नेटोस्टैटिक ताले कमेंट करि परिबो तो मु प्रोवाइड कर परिबी। ओके सो नेक्स्ट हो क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 हमरो। सो एटा हला सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस तो ये भी तुम्हारा +2 लेवल रो। सो द सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस ऑफ ए कॉइल विथ टर्न्स 50 flux 3 unit and a current 0.5 unit ampere, then what is the self inductance? So he is asking about self inductance. So remember self inductance first हमरा जो जोसेफ हेनरी तो ताको माने आविष्कार करथिले तो डिराइव करथिले तो हमें सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस विषय म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस विषय निहाती जानिबा दरकार। ओके सो व्हाट इज द सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस इक्वेशन? रिमेंबर दिस इज द फ्लक्स, मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स, this is equal to Li, right? So what is the magnetic flux? That is equal to Li. So ता अर्थ होची एया जे तेनु गोटे जदी कॉइल अछि आ ता देई कि जदी करंट आई जाउची आ तार मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स माने मैग्नेटिक लाइन्स गुडा को परपेंडिकुलर पास करूचो केते नंबर रो ना 5 नंबर रो ताहाले सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस केते हबो ना L इक्वल टू 5/I. सो 5 इक्वल टू Li इटा गोटे कॉइल पाई। ओके गोटे कॉइल पाई तुमर मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स हैला 5 ताहले एमिति n नंबर ऑफ कॉइल्स पाई मैग्नेटिक फील्ड केते हबो मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स केते हबो सेम साइज रो कॉइल तो n नंबर ऑफ सो व्हाट इज द मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स फॉर n कॉइल, राइट? फॉर n कॉइल रिमेंबर करंट इज सेम, राइट? करंट इज सेम बिकॉज़ ऑल आर सीरीज रे कनेक्टेड हिथिबे तो करंट सेम रोचे तेणु मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स कोन मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स होचे मैग्नेटिक लाइन्स गुडा को परपेंडिकुलरली माने पसुजंती तो गोटे रिंग भीतर। सो मैग्नेटिक लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्सेस आर एंटरिंग थ्रू ए क्लोज सरफेस परपेंडिकुलरली दैट वी कॉल द मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स। तो जदि गोटे रिंग भीतर दुईटा मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स माने एंट्री करचंती परपेंडिकुलरली ताले दुईटा रिंग रे केते हबो 4 सेमिति n टा रिंग रे केते हबो 2n। तो सेमिति गोटे रिंग भीतर गोटे रिंग रे जदि मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स 5 रहउची ताले व्हाट इज द मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स फॉर n coil? So that will be n5. Remember what is 5? 5 is the magnetic flux through one ring, then plus n coil, that means n ring pi kete hoba n5. Okay, so remember this formula n5 equal to L. So this equation is for single coil. This is for single coil. Okay, by single ring koi pariba ame tero n ta ring pi magnetic flux kete hoba na n5. So n5 equal to L. Now you observe your answer and you will obtain it. So देखिबा क्वेश्चन रे कोन देछि ना क्वेश्चन रे हमकु देछि तो सॉल्यूशन हम फाइंड आउट करिबा। तो क्वेश्चन रे हमकु कोन देछि हमकु थ्योरी इंपोर्टेंट एटा जानिले ही हम एटा जानि परिबा। ओके, सो 5 होछि फ्लक्स, L होछि सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस, I होछि करंट थ्रू द कॉइल। तो जदि n नंबर कॉइल अछि n नंबर कॉइल देछि माने निहाती सिमिलर कॉइल ही हेतिबो। ओके, सो n5 equal to ni. So he was asking to you L, right? He was asking to you L. So what is L? L equal to n5 by I, right? From this one we obtain this. So your n is nothing but 50 and your phi is nothing but 3 unit and your current is 0.5 ampere. Okay, so all are in SI unit because ampere is given to you. So that will be 10, right? That will be, so that means 5 by 10. Okay, so 110 is that will 500. So 100 into 3. So your L is 300 Henry, right? So this is answer C. Okay, so the answer option is your C. Okay, so you can easily calculate this one if you know this one. So how you know this? Because this is the Henry laws that says for magnetic induction phi equal to Li. Okay, तो एठी मु तुमको आ गोटे जिंस भी कहि दोचे जे म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस पाए हमें L को M यूज करछे। व्हाट इज द म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस? ना जदि एठी दुईटा कॉइल अछि तो व्हाट इज द म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस? फर्स्ट रिमूव दिस वन बिकॉज़ दिस इज सॉल्व्ड, राइट? सो दिस इज द म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस केस। सो व्हाट इज म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस? ना हमें जदि ए कॉइल रे I करंट दबा ताले एठी फ्लक्स जनरेट हबो। ठीक अछि? जदि ए कॉइल रे आमे करंट I दबा ताहले एठी मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स जनरेट हबो आ मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स जनरेट हेले दैट मीन्स मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स जदि चेंज होउचे दैट मीन्स हम करंट को जदि चेंज करबा ताले मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स एठी चेंज हबो जदि एइथरे करंट दिया होउचे एइथरे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड जनरेट होउचे ताले सेटा हला सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस किंतु करंट गुटे कॉइल दिया होउचे मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स आ गुटे करंट रे कॉइल जनरेट होउचे ताले हम ताको कहबा म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस ओके सो म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस रो फार्मूला मध्ये सेम आ जदि n कॉइल नबा ताले एठी n पाई ऐड हे जिवो तो आ गोटे जिनस होची तुमरो फैराडेज लॉ E equal to L di by dt. Remember this thing. E equal to L di by dt. So this is your Faraday's law. I think you know about this. So this is Faraday's law. Remember E equal to L di by dt. But what is E? E is your EMF generate. And what is I? I is your current. ମୁଁ ଏବେ ତୁମକୁ କ'ଣ କହିଲି ଯେ ଯଦି ଆମେ କରେଣ୍ଟକୁ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିବା ମାନେ କରେଣ୍ଟଟା ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଉଛି ୱିଥ୍ ରେସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ଟୁ ଟାଇମ୍ ତାହେଲେ କ'ଣ ହେବ ଏଠି ମ୍ୟାଗ୍ନେଟିକ୍ ଫ୍ଲକ୍ସ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେବ ମ୍ୟାଗ୍ନେଟିକ୍ ଫ୍ଲକ୍ସ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଲେ କ'ଣ ଜେନେରେଟ୍ ହେବ ନା EMF ଓକେ ମ୍ୟାଗ୍ନେଟିକ୍ ଫ୍ଲକ୍ସ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଲେ EMF ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେବ ବିକଜ ରିମେମ୍ବର E equal to minus d phi by dt. So this is the equation. Okay, one minus sign is there, right? That minus sign is depend upon the direction. Okay, if it is outward then positive, if it is inward then negative. So don't think about don't more think about the negative sign. So if the magnetic flux are outward then that will be negative positive sign, if it is inward then that will be negative sign. Okay, so E equal to L di by dt, E equal to minus d phi by dt. Remember, if your magnetic flux is changing, EMF will generate. This is the Faraday's law. If your magnetic flux is changing, then EMF will generate. Okay, so you substitute this one, and this one will obtain. So this is for self inductance, and for mutual inductance, that L will be M. Okay, that L will be M. This is for mutual inductance. But remember, these are the important things about your self inductance and mutual inductance. So this is mutual inductance formula. If L is there, that is self inductance. So what is self inductance? What is mutual inductance? तो गोटाकर जदि करंट दिया होची ताले जदि सेहिथिरे फ्लक्स जनरेट हैला ताले हम ताको कहबा सेल्फ किंतु गोटाकर करंट दिया होची आ गोटाकर जनरेट होची ताले हम ताको कहबा मैग्नेटिक फील्ड तो एगुडा को एक्सपेरिमेंट करिकि ही बाहर करा जायछि तो फैराडेज ए लॉ गुडा को दैछन्ते तो ताको रिमेंबर मने रख आ n कॉइल पाई n phi हिजो फ्लक्स हैना फ्लक्स ता होची नंबर ऑफ लाइंस ओके सो जति रिंग्स नबा सेति बढी चलिबो ठीक अछि तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 सरी गला एबे हम जिबा क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 को okay so these are easily you can find out all everything's answer so try to read something and I also giving you the question that theory part so you can also understand and if you don't know then please tell me otherwise search in the Google you will get answer. So the 10th question what is it asking? This is asking about that the dielectric constant for a material with electric susceptibility of 5 is what? That means it is asking to you what is the dielectric constant value. So it is asking to what is the dielectric constant for a material with electric susceptibility of 5. Okay, so what is given? So it is given the electric susceptibility, right? So it is given the electric susceptibility. So this is actually theta. So okay, so this is given to you. This is electric susceptibility, and another is there that is magnetic susceptibility. Okay, so these are two different things. If you know this, then you have to also know this because if this one is asking, next time this one will also ask to you. So this is the chance to common question. Okay, so what is given? So given to you, this is the electric susceptibility, which is 5. Then he was asking to you what is the dielectric constant. So what is dielectric constant? Okay, so another name of dielectric constant is your relative permittivity. Remember that also important. Dielectric constant or relative permittivity. Relative permittivity. So this question is also permittivity. So this question also your CHS question. So you know about the dielectric constant and the relative permittivity. What is the relative permittivity? That is your epsilon 0 for air medium and for any medium that is epsilon, right? So this is the so that is not relative permittivity, that is only permittivity, right? So relative permittivity or dielectric constant. We call dielectric constant as a K and relative permittivity as epsilon R. But both are same. What is epsilon? Epsilon is your permittivity, right? So epsilon is permittivity. Okay, and this is any medium, and epsilon 0 in air medium, air permittivity, right? So we already know this actually. Epsilon 0 is our permittivity in air medium, and epsilon is the permittivity in any medium. But relative permittivity, remember permittivity or dielectric constant ये क्या है? So this is nothing but epsilon by epsilon naught. Okay, so remember, so this is the relative permittivity, that is epsilon by epsilon 0, and remember the formula, epsilon equal to epsilon naught into 1 plus zeta e. So remember, this is important. Epsilon equal to epsilon 0 into 1 plus zeta e. So same thing for magnetic also. We will discuss it after some time. So epsilon equal to epsilon 0 into 1 plus zeta e. Therefore, now dielectric constant कौन होगा? This implies dielectric constant or relative permittivity. दुईटा जाक समान, ओके? के जहाँ epsilon r भी सही So तो यार फॉर्मूला कौन हो 1 plus zeta e. I think तुम माने already answer पाई जीवनी. So 1 plus zeta e तुमको zeta e देइचे के पचारिचे, ओके? zeta e देइचे के पचारिचे. So okay, so now आमे जरा solution को solution में कौन अच्छी ना तुमको given देइचे zeta e, okay? given zeta e और तुमको पचारिचे what is the dielectric constant? K कौन होगा? So K कौन ना 1 plus zeta e. So zeta e is 5, so K is 6. So 6 is the answer. How easy, right? So you can do it in your exam within 1 second, right? So this is 1 second question, but you have to know this theory, right? So if you know this theory, then you will understand. So what is epsilon 0, then divide them, then you will get the dielectric constant. Sometimes dielectric constant also called as relative permittivity. So this is the answer, okay? So we will see the theory another, that is for magnetic field. So this is all about electrostatic, right? But sometimes I will also ask you in magnetostatic also. So in magnetostatic, what we will use now? So in magnetostatic, we will use that your permeability, right? So that is mu is the permeability of any medium, and mu 0 is the permeability of air medium. So remember, mu equal to mu 0 into 1 plus zeta m. So this is magnetic susceptibility. Zeta m is your magnetic susceptibility. This is the permeability in your air medium. Okay, so this is permeability, not permittivity. Permeability. So this is permeability in any medium. This is permeability in air medium, and the relation between them is that. Okay, so mu by mu 0 is your relative permeability, that is called as mu 1. Okay, so this is your relative permeability. So this is all about your electrostatic and magnetic. Okay, so this is another type of question you are asking in your dynamics also. If there is polarization, then what will happen? If there is polarization, right? So remember, this is another term. So this is your displacement current. What is D? D is your displacement current. So I think you already know about this displacement current in your CSS level. So what is the relation? So that is epsilon E plus P. Remember, P is not momentum, P is polarization. So what is the relation? Displacement current, electric field, permittivity of air medium, and this is polarization. So remember another formula, P equal to epsilon 0 zeta E into E. So this is electric susceptibility, this is electric field, and this is permittivity. Okay, so remember these two equations also. So that will help you to find out. Okay, so from these two equations, okay, also another equation is there, D equal to epsilon E. Okay, so this epsilon 0 is a permittivity in air medium, and this epsilon is a permittivity in any medium. So remember, D equal to epsilon E and that is nothing but epsilon 0 E plus P. So this is the final equation, and remember P equal to epsilon 0 zeta E. So try to remember all these things. So this is the all questions in your electrostatic and magnetic field. Okay. So next we will go to our question number 11. Next we will go to question number 11. So what is asked in question number 11? That two thin convex lens having focal length. So दुईटा convex lens अछि, गोटाकर focal length होछि 5 cm आ गोटाकर focal length होछि 2 cm. If they are separated by a distance 3 cm, then what is the equivalent focal length? So এটা होछि तुमरो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. तेनु दुईटा convex lens अछि आ यार focal length होछि f1 आ यार focal length होछि f2 आ यांकर सेंट्रल डिस्टेंस होछि d. ताहाले इक्विवेलेंट फोकल लेंथ फॉर्मूला कोन? एटा तुमको सीएचएस रे मध्य पा जायछि. तेनु आमे जते भी एबे सॉल्व कलेनी सब गुडा सीएचएस रे रहउछि. तेनु सीएचएस को टिके बल से देखो पुनी थरे आउ थरे जाओ सेही प्लस 2 पाठ को. सो व्हाट इज द इक्विवेलेंट फोकल लेंथ? सो द फॉर्मूला इज दैट 1 by f equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 plus d by, right? So d by f1, sorry, this is minus d by f1 plus f2. So this is the formula. Okay, 1 by f. What is f? F is the equivalent focal length, and f1 first length focal length and second length focal length f2. So 1 by f equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d by f1 plus f2. Okay, so एथरो हम कोन जानिले ना हमको लेंस रो फार्मूला गुडा को सब मन रखा को पड़िबो. जोटा हला 1 by v plus 1 by u equal to 1 by f. आ किछ रहउछु 1 by v minus 1 by u divided by 1 by f. So एटा डिपेंड करूछि तुम माने जो जतबेले प्रिंसिपल पॉइंट रु माने एपट को नउछ तो नेगेटिव आसुछि, सेपट को नउछ पॉजिटिव आसुछि, तो से अनुसार एटा तुमरा प्लस माइनस रहउछि. तो एटा देखिबो टिके ठीक से. सो ऑप्टिक्स को टिके भी देखिबो, ऑप्टिक्स रु मध्ये क्वेश्चन आसुछि. ठीक अछि, तेनो मन रखो. सो 1 by f equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d by f1 plus f2. आ क्वेश्चन में तुमको देछि f1 होछि 5 सेमी, राइट? सो दिस इज 1 by f and this is 1 by 5 and this is 1 by 2. सो गिवन कोन देछि f1 तुमको देछि 5 सेमी, f2 देछि मध्ये 5 सेमी आ d जोटा देछि सेटा होछि तुमरा 2 सेमी. तो तुम माने एबे सब्स्टिट्यूट कर परिबो -2 by f1 plus f2, that is 7. Okay, so you do this operation. Okay, you will find f equal to 2.5 cm. Okay, you do this, so your answer will get 2.5 cm, right? So this is, remember, this is 1 by f. You solve this, you will get 1 by f, then solve, then you will find f. Okay, so this is the direct question. Now we will go to the next question. So try to remember the optical part and the questions, that the simple questions. Okay, CPT is not asking you to very hard questions. These all are simple questions. If you know the formula, then you will find out. There is no technical, so we didn't find any technical question, right? So okay, next question is your Young's double slit experiment. Again, optics come. So this is Young's double slit experiment. So when we are discussing Young's double slit experiment, two formula coming to our mind, that 2d sin theta equal to n lambda. Okay, and another formula beta equal to, this is lambda d by d. Remember, capital D will be in your numerator and small d will be in denominator. Then what is small d and what is capital D? Then what is n? N is the number of fringes, right? So हम पाखरे गोटे डबल स्लिट एक्सपेरिमेंट अछि. सॉरी, एटा ला गोटे स्लिट आ गोटे स्लिट अछि. आ ए स्लिट भीतर डिस्टेंस होछि d. Okay, so what is d? D is the distance between two slits. Young's double slit experiment, right? And this is, and the slit and the fringe, that means where we obtain. So first we will obtain one white fringe, then we will dark. So in this way we will obtain the fringe. Okay, so this distance is d. So this is the observer and this is the slit. Okay, so the slit distance, two slits na, दुईटा स्लिट भितर डिस्टेंस टा होची स्मॉल d आ स्लिट आ ऑब्जर्वर भितर डिस्टेंस होची कैपिटल D देन व्हाट इज द बीटा वैल्यू so beta is equal to lambda d by d okay so lambda is the wavelength right okay so beta is your fringe spacing जोटा फ्रिंज स्पेसिंग देछि सेटा होछि तुमरो बीटा वैल्यू ओके सो क्वेश्चन कौन देछि गिवन रिमेंबर ए दुईटा फॉर्मूला मन रखिबो यंग्स डबल स्लिट एक्सपेरिमेंट पाई तो एटा बेले बेले पचारे व्हाट इज द एंगल and otherwise angle will be given to you and fringe angle that will be given to you then find out the wavelength so main thing wavelength will be asked to you so fringe spacing दे जाइछि माने ए जो फ्रिंज टा फॉर्मेशन होछि एठी गोटे फ्रिंज फॉर्मेशन आइछि एठी गोटे फ्रिंज फॉर्मेशन आइछि अंक भीतर डिस्टेंस होछि बीटा ओके सो गिवन बीटा 0.31 mm so this is millimeter and another the capital D distance between the observer and the slit so that is your 1 meter okay and your small d that is 1.9 mm okay so what is he asking what is the wavelength value okay now we can solve this wavelength because your wavelength is nothing but what is lambda this is d beta by capital D okay so remember these two formula of the Young's double slit x तो एटा भी पुणी आसी पारे किबा एतर भी पचारि पारे तो d जानिछ थीटा ला तुमको देथिबो आ केते नंबर फ्रिंज रो भी n दे देथिबो आ लंबा तुमको फाइंड आउट करिया ठीक আছে ओके सो d हमको दे देछि तो या को हम केमिति सम करबा 1.9 तो सब हमको मीटर रे लिखिबा को पड़िबो तो मिलीमीटर राइट मिली होछि 10 टू द पावर -3 देन d into beta d into beta what is beta so this is nothing but 0.31 okay I am removing this one 0.31 into 10 to the power -3 then divided by your capital D that is 1 meter right so you do this operation you will obtain so this is 1.9 into 0.31 okay and this is 10 to the power -3 and this one also 10 to the power -3 so that will be 10 to the power -6 but options are given in angstrom right options are given in angstrom so what is 1 angstrom so 1 angstrom is nothing but 10 to the power -10 meter right so remember this is in meter this is in meter meter square divided by meter so answer will be in meter but 1.9 into 0.31 you multiply it and convert it to angstrom that means how we will obtain the angstrom look to here there is 10 to the power -3 there is 10 to the power -3 so 10 to the power -6 but we need 10 to the power -10 so multiply 10 to the power -4 divided by 10 to the power -4 okay so you do the calculation 1.9 into 0.31 then divided by 10 to the power -4 okay so you will obtain this one as a you do this operation 1.9 into 0.31 divided by 10 to the power -4 10 to the power -4 means 0.0001 okay angstrom so this is the answer because we already get the angstrom -3 that is -6 and -4 so this is angstrom then you multiply 1.9 into 0.31 okay so this is whole divided by 10 to the power -4 what is 10 to the power -4 0.001 so you will obtain this answer as your 5890 angstrom so I already solved this so if you will solve this mathematical then we cannot complete the physics part okay so you do the operation and you will get the angstrom value so remember these two formula okay so next we will go to question number 13 question number 13 is direct mathematical question and this is also application of integration the next question is the application of integration I think you know these things so what is the question number 13 if f of t is a periodic function with period capital T then the average value okay so it is asking to you to average value so remember जदि गोटे फंक्शन अच्छी f of t आ यार पीरियड होची t आर पीरियड होची t ताले एवरेज वैल्यू केते हबो सो रिमेंबर आमे जानि छे तो एटा आमे जानि छे एक्चुअली f रा एवरेज वैल्यू केते हबो ना 1/t 0 to t f of t dt. So এইটা হচ্ছে তোমার average value র equation. তো এটা তোমাকে দিয়েছে অপশন বি রে, সো आंसर হবে অপশন বি. So what is the average value of a function of a periodic function of period t? So this is the answer. But ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ thing ମୁଁ ଏଠି କହି ଦଉଛି ଯେ suppose question ଏମିତି ବି ଆସିପାରେ, what is the average value of this function on the interval, on interval. So interval যদি তোমাকে দিয়েছি a to b ର এଠି period ଦେଇନି, ওকে, a to b ভিতরে interval ଦେଇଛି, তাহলে average value কেতে হবে? So remember this is also same thing. Here the period is nothing but 1 by d minus a, integration a to b f of t dt. So remember this is the average value also. So this is one average value. So you will obtain, this is the periodic function and this is the interval function, okay. So you find out, you will obtain that the sine theta, right? So this is periodic function, okay. You write t sine t, you will obtain sine t average value 0 and the sine square t average value is half. Remember this thing, sine t ର average value केते 0, cos t ର average value भी 0, sine square t ର average value half, cos square t ର average value half, okay. So remember, next we will go to question number 14. So what is question number 14? Okay, so we'll see question number 14. So question number 14 is asking to about p and x. So this is the legendary function. Okay, so this is BSc question. So you have to know the legendary and Hermite equation. Remember, both are important, legendary and Hermite equation. If you don't know, then go to your mathematical physics book, then see there what is legendary function, what is Hermite function, and what is the equation of the legendary function, what is the generating function, then what is the recurrence relation. So these things are important. What is the recurrence relation, what is the generating function? These are two important, most important, generating function and legendary function. ଆଉ ତୁମକୁ p0x, p1x, p2x ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ସବୁ ମନେ ରଖିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ, ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ତିନିଟା, p0, p1, p2, ଦେନ୍ ହର୍ମାଇଟ୍ର ବି h0, h1, h2 ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ତୁମକୁ ମନେ ରଖି. Okay, so this is the legendary equation and this is the Hermite equation, and these are the, so I forgot to write your n factorial. So remember, this is the simplest technique to find out the p0, p1, p2. So this is 1 by 2 to the power n factorial dn by dxn x square minus 1 whole to the power n, and hn x is minus 1 to the power n e to the power x square into dn by dxn of e to the power minus x square. So these are the simplest technique to find out your p0, p1, p2, then h0, h1, h2. So these are Hermite polynomial and these are legendary polynomial. And also I told you go to the book, then see the generating function, the recurrence relation, and what is the differential equation and how it is solved and how it is solved using the Frobenius method. Okay, so this question is asking to you. So what does that asking to you? So this question is asking to you, what is if minus 1 to 1 p and x is 2, then what is n value? Okay, so what is n value? Remember, actually question is easy, so you have to remember p0, p1, p2, at least 3. Remember, if I substitute here 1, if you substitute in place of p and x, so what we will get? Minus 1 to 1. If you substitute 1 dx, then this will answer is 2, right? 1 ro integration kete minus 1 1 2, and 1 kahar value p0x, and n kete, so n is nothing but n equal to 0, right? So this is simple question, but you have to remember, and if you don't remind, then you can remind also these things. If you remind this, then this will be helpful. So find out the p0, p1, p2, and h0, h1, h2. Try to remember these things. That will be easy to you. Okay, so this is question 14. Next we will go to question number 15. So what does question number 15 ask? So this is about gamma function, right? So you have to remember gamma function. If gamma function is asking to us, then also beta function be asking to us. So remember, you have to remember the beta function and the gamma function. Okay, so let's solve this. So this is question number 15. So that is given to you. If gamma of n equal to gamma of n plus 1 divided by n. Now I mean janiche the gamma function. What is gamma of n? So this is 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1 dx. So this is the gamma function, 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1 dx. This is n minus 1. Okay, so this is gamma function. This is gamma of n, 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. And remember one formula. So gamma of n plus 1 is nothing but n into gamma of n. Okay, so gamma function, gamma of n plus 1 equal to n into gamma of n. This is nothing but n factorial. Okay, so another more important thing to remember, that gamma of 0 is your infinity, and gamma of minus 1, gamma of minus 3, these are minus infinity, and gamma of 0, gamma of minus 2, gamma of minus 4, these are plus infinity. So जोटा इवन नंबर होची, इवन नंबर नेगेटिव साइन होची, सेटा होची इन्फिनिटी, आ इवन नंबर ऑड नंबर होची ताले माइनस इन्फिनिटी, आ गामा ऑफ 0 होची तुम्हारा इन्फिनिटी. ताहले से पचारिछि. Okay, so remember this formula, gamma of n plus 1 equal to n into gamma of n. So gamma of n will be gamma of n plus 1 by n. Then he is asking to you gamma of minus n. So gamma of minus n कौन होगा? So this is nothing but gamma of that is okay. So minus n plus 1 divided by minus n. Okay, so I substitute the minus n here, because remember gamma of n ta minus n ta kahi na n ta hochi positive 80 jota hochi gamma of n plus 1 by n, ताले से पचार गामा ऑफ माइनस एन, तामाने गामा ऑफ माइनस एन टा प्लस इन्फिनिटी हो पारे माइनस इन्फिनिटी भी हो पारे. सो आंसर कौन होगा? ऑप्शन सी. ओके, सो दिस इज नेगेटिव, सो योर आंसर मे बी प्लस इन्फिनिटी और दैट मे बी माइनस इन्फिनिटी. तो हमको 80 से दे नहीं जे एन टा कौन बोले, एन टा 1 ना 2 ना 3 ना कौन किछि दे नहीं, इवन की ऑर्डर सेटा भी कहनी. तेणु एटा हमको आइदर तुम माने इन्फिनिटी लिखि परिबो किंबा नन ऑफ दिस लिखि परिबो, तो बेटर इन्फिनिटी ही आंसर होगा. सो यू कैन राइट एज ऑप्शन सी. ओके, so next we will go to the 16th question. So remember, this is the gamma function, and you have to remember also the beta function. I am also giving to you that one, what is beta of mn. So this is nothing but your integration 0 to 1 x to the power n minus 1 into 1 minus x whole to the power n minus 1 and dx. Okay, and another thing also there, that we can write it as 0 to infinity t to the power n minus 1 divided by, okay, so remember this one also, one is there, that is 1 minus t square or 1 plus t square, you just take it, that will be n plus n into dt. One type is there also, and another one is also there. So these are all questions of your beta and gamma function. So remember, and another question is there. So what is this is one is a beta function. Okay, so these are all about your gamma function. So I am removing the gamma function. So try to remember the beta function also, and the relation between beta and gamma function is that beta. So you can search in Google also, that will give you all about the beta function and gamma function. Remember, gamma of n into gamma of n divided by gamma of n plus n. So एटा भी हमको बारंबार पचारि पारे जो बीटा और गामा भीतर रिलेशन. सो आउ तुमको mn वैल्यू दे देबो ताले फाइंड आउट बीटा ऑफ mn. So you can use this technique, gamma of mn, and we know that gamma of n plus 1 is nothing but n factorial. आउ गोटे जिनस मन रखिथिबा, एठी n टा होची तुमरा पॉजिटिव इवन नंबर गुडा होची, इवन किबा ऑड नंबर होची. অড नंबर भी रोचे इवन नंबर भी रोचे किंतु जदि फ्रैक्शनल रहिला ताले एई टेक्निक यूज करबा तो गामा ऑफ हाफ हैला √5 एटा यूज करो किंतु एटा को भी मन रखिथिबो व्हाट इज गामा ऑफ हाफ gamma of half equal to √5. Okay, so this is all about your gamma function. But remember, in beta function, one thing is that if x is equal to sin square theta and 1 minus x is your cos square theta, then if you substitute x equal to sin theta, right? So okay, no, you substitute x equal to sin square theta, right? So that will be called 2 into okay, sin square theta. So that is your 0 to pi by 2. So that will give you sin, I think you know this one, 2m sin minus 1 theta into cos 2m minus 1 into theta into d theta. So this is also one equation of beta of mn. So try to remember this. These are all beta of mn equation. Several equations are there. 2 into sin theta 2m minus 1 cos theta 2n minus 1. How you obtain this? Substitute x equal to sin square theta. Then you will get 1 minus x cos square theta. That will be 2m minus 2, 2n minus 2. But your dx will come 2 sin theta cos theta d theta. Then again sin theta cos theta will multiply and you will get. So remember 2 is there. And remember this formula. Again remember this beta, how related with the gamma function. So try to remember beta function, gamma function. Okay. So next we will go to our next question. Remember gamma of half is √5. So when if it will ask to gamma of 3 by 2, what is gamma of 3 by 2? So how we will do? The 3 by 2 is a half plus 1, right? So gamma of half plus 1. So your n is your half. I am asking about this. What is gamma of 3 by 2? So remember gamma of 3 by 2 is half plus 1. So this is equal to gamma of n plus 1. What is gamma of n plus 1? N into gamma of n. So n is half. n टा जे कौन सी संख्या हो पारे, इवन हो पारे, ऑड हो पारे, इंटीजर हो पारे, फ्रैक्शनल भी हो पारे. So what is gamma of half? This is √5 divided by 2. So in this way also you can find out. These are all techniques we use in the gamma function. So remember the gamma function, then beta gamma how related. So that will be helpful to you. Okay. Okay, so we will stop here. So we still now studied 15 questions and later we will discuss more about in next class. Okay, so keep watching and if any mistake please comment. So please share this so that it will be helpful to other students and also subscribe this. Subscribe कर दियंतु जोटा कि मते मोटिवेट करिवो तो अलगा एमिति वीडियो बनेगा पई. Okay, so if any mistake also please comment there. Anyway, so thanks to all of you. So please keep watching and sharing. Jai Jagannath.